So, do you like weather?
Coming off another 2-2 day, I had too much faith in the Grizzlies and the Hawks, which sounds like a stupid sentence when you say it. Um, but the Hawks finally got blown out by the Nuggets. Last 10 games from the Nuggets have been kind of questionable, so can't really blame me for leaning towards the Hawks in that one. Hawks have been playing well. Um, Denver's 4-6 in their last 10, even with that win. So um, Hawks couldn't pull through yesterday. Grizzlies couldn't get past that 20-point mark. Joel did only play 23 minutes, so it was the bench players that won that game. Just had too much faith in the Grizzlies to do something about it at the end of the game. So Nets came through it for us, surprisingly. I told you I didn't really like that play, but they ended up coming back to cover the 9.5 spread at the end of the game. They won by 10. Pistons were up most of that game, though. And our favorite bet yesterday was the Lakers. They won pretty easily, 116-97 against the Cavs. So, good, decent day. Our favorite bet hit, which is great. That's what we should have our most money on. But the other two, kind of questionable. Should have went the other way. But on to today, a lot of games, 13 games on the card, a lot of implications. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What's up, everybody? Crash here. Welcome back to Crash Against the Spread, where we talk about sports from a betting perspective. It is Sunday, April 7th, 13 games on the card. If you like the videos, like the content, please share, please subscribe. We're trying to grow one day at a time. You guys are the biggest help in doing that. First game up, though, we got the Rockets and the Mavs. Rockets are eliminated from contention. They're technically in the 11th seed, but mathematically, they haven't been eliminated yet, but Golden State is not going to let that happen. So we have the Mavs, who are still in the 5. I'm not sure if they're going to catch the Clippers now, but they're still in the 5 seed, minus 8.5 at home. 226 is the total. I would lean to the Mavs. Rockets haven't looked good since they declared that they were one game away from the Warriors, and everybody made a big deal out of it. So I would lean the Mavs. At home, big spread, I don't think is their spot. They are 20-19 against the spread at home this season. So very, very 50-50. 8-2 in the spread, 82 against the spread the last 10 games, 9-1 straight up. So, but they are on an upswing. We've seen it, and that's why we would lean their way tonight against the Houston Rockets, who have basically nothing to play for. Next game up is the Cavs and the Clippers. Clippers are 3.5-point favorites at home. 218.5 is the total. I would lean Clippers. I know we fade the Clippers a lot, but I would lean Clippers in this game. Cavs are still on a road trip that has not been that good to them. Their last 5 games, including this one, have been on the road. The game before that, they were at home against Philly, then on the road against Charlotte, then at home against Charlotte, then on the road twice, then back at home. So they've only had 3 games at home, and they've been sandwiched in between road trips for the past 10 games. Not the best spot for them. Clippers at 3.5. It's a short enough spread to want to lean their way. So Clippers minus 3.5 against the Cleveland Cavs. Heat and Pacers. Heat are in the 7 seed. Pacers are in the 6. They are literally a half a game away from each other. So this game will determine the sixth seed. In that instance, I'd lean to the Heat. Heat care about that more. We know what the Heat do at the end of the season in the playoffs. They just a different team than they usually are during the regular season. So I'd say that they're going to take this more seriously than the Pacers will, and plus 1.5 on the Heat. So that's the way I'm leaning for that one. Celtics Blazers. Celtics still got the number one seed locked up, and the Blazers have absolutely nothing to play for. I don't like laying huge numbers with the Celtics or a team that has nothing to play for. But I couldn't look any other way but the Celtics minus 16. So Wizards Raptors. There's really no reason to bet this game. 231 is the total. I would lean under, but that's would be my favorite bet for that game. Bulls and Magic. Magic need a bounce back win. I would lean their way, but I don't know if I'll get there at a full 7.5, 8 points. Totals at 209. I can see that going either way also. Pelicans and the Suns. Lean the Suns. Pelicans still have some injuries that they're dealing with. Suns are fully healthy, just Damian Lee is out. But the Pelicans have Zion out, Alvarado, and Brandon Ingram. Zion is questionable with that finger issue. And Najee Marshall is also questionable. So, due to the injury report, due to the most recent play in Phoenix in the 6th seed, trying to stay above the Pelicans themselves, they're a full game ahead of them. So even if the Pelicans were to win this game, they'd be tied. And who has the tiebreaker? The Suns. So Suns to win this game by 6 is the hard part, but that's the way I'd lean. Suns to win by 6 or 7 points. Thunder versus Hornets. Thunder should win easily. They are still missing Jalen Williams, and SGA is questionable for tonight. So if he plays, definitely Thunder. And he should play to kind of get back in the rhythm. He's missed 3-4 games, him and Jalen Williams. So if he's available, I think he should play, and I think they should blow out the Hornets. 76ers at the Spurs. This game, I know I faded the Sixers yesterday. So they are on a back-to-back. Joel only played 23 minutes, so I expect him to play tonight. This game is the team that Joel scored 70 on early in the season. So Joel versus Wemby, round 1, Joel scored 70 on him. Wemby still had 33. He still had a good game, but does he get revenge tonight? That's the question. So kind of want to bet the Spurs. They're 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games. So they are covering and cashing for us, which is great. However, the Sixers are also 8-2 in their last 10 games, and that doesn't include, or that includes games without Embiid. So they were able to figure some stuff out, and they played a pretty tough schedule. They have the Suns, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Kings, the Clippers again, the Cavs. Do have Toronto in there. They got OKC, Miami, Memphis. So no slouches on the Sixers schedule. And it's kind of same with the Spurs. So they have both been playing pretty decent opponents. Should be a good game versus the two big centers. +6 is where I want to be. But we'll see what happens. Knicks and Bucks. Can't trust the Bucks at all. So Knicks +4. Both teams have lost, I think, their last 3 games, and the Bucks are favored by 4 for some reason when this should be closer to, a 2.5, 1.5 type of number with these two teams. Knicks are 45-32, Bucks are 47-30. 20-18 on the road for the Knicks, 29-10 at home for the Bucks. But straight up, in the last 10 games, 4-6 for the Bucks, 5-5 for the Knicks. So neither team has been lighting the world on fire last couple games. Knicks are 1-4 over the last 5, and same with the Bucks. They are 1-5 over the last 6. So Bucks are the more damning schedule. They have losses to Washington, Memphis, and Toronto all in a row. They were missing Dame for a couple of those early games, and they were missing Giannis for the last one. But that's really no excuse. So if they can't play without either of those guys, they're going to get bounced out in the first round again. And there's no reason to do all this in the offseason. So I'm going to lean Knicks and just hope for a good game. Next game up is the Kings and the Nets. Nets had to come all the way back against the Pistons yesterday to cover that spread. They did win the game, of course. They are eliminated from contention, so there's no reason to show out in some of these spots. Today, they're playing the Kings, who just fell to the 9th spot below the Lakers in the West. So definitely a play-in scenario. There's no hope for them getting out of the play-in at this point. So do they have enough motivation to blow out this Nets team on the road? I don't know, and I don't really trust the Nets. I wouldn't bet the Nets. It would be Kings or nothing. Nets on the back-to-back, Kings or pass on the game for me. Jazz against the Warriors. Warriors should win this comfortably. Jazz are eliminated from contention, nothing to play for. If I were going to bet this big number, I would lay the points with the Warriors. Timberwolves and the Lakers. Lakers are home favorites, 2 points. 219 is the total. Do I like the Lakers enough to bet it? Lakers need this game to... they're pretty much locked in the play-in also. If they were able to get out of the play-in, they would need help from the Pelicans. So if the Pelicans lose to the Suns, Lakers win tonight, they can get to 7. Lakers would have 46 wins, Pelicans would have 45, and they both have the same number of losses. So they'd be a half game above the Pelicans at that point. So Timberwolves alternating with the Nuggets for first place. Nuggets just went back in first place. Timberwolves win tonight, they'll be in first place. If they lose, they'll stay in the 2. And be tied with Oklahoma City if they win tonight. So a lot of moving parts. Like I said, that 1, 2, and 3 spot is pretty solidified. It's going to be one of those 3 teams. But the 5 through 9 is all jumbled up as well. So anything can happen in that scenario. I think the Lakers are motivated. I think the Suns are motivated. I think the Warriors are motivated. So those are the bet on teams in the West. I think the Heat want to get out of that seed. I think the Sixers want to get out of that seed. Everybody else, I don't think really cares where they are. The Knicks are going to play the Magic to start. Uh, Heat, I think, are fine with playing the Bucks first round. Pacers and the Cavs, I think, is a decent first round matchup. Um, Sixers at Boston will be interesting. So don't know if Boston or the Sixers want to start there, so they may be motivated to get to the 7. Um, and I don't think the Heat care who they play. So those are my thoughts. That's the whole card. What am I betting today? My favorite picks are the Knicks, the Knicks +4, the Heat +1.5, and the Clippers minus the 3.5 are my favorite picks on this card. So, like I said, I do like the Lakers. I do like the Warriors. I like the Spurs. I like the Thunder. I like the Suns. I like the under in the Wizards and Raptors game. But will I get there officially with any of those, or just throwing them in a parlay midday or something like that? So the other 3 picks I like, and that's what we're going to roll with. So lock those in. Let's get this money, and we will see you back tomorrow for some more NBA.